Welcome back to another episode of the Casey Campbell Podcast. Casey Campbell with you, of course, and we are pleased to be joined by Stewart Friesen, the driver of the number 52 Toyota for the Halmar Friesen team. How's it going, man?
It's going well. Thanks for having me on again.
Hey, no problem. Stewart, well, first off, how's the off season going? And again, of course, getting ready. Lots of big plans coming for 2022.
Yeah, it's been really good. Had a great Christmas and New Year with the family, and we've just been working away up here in the modified shop, building two new Bicknell cars, one for Jess, one for myself, keeping stuff updated, keeping stuff fresh. Spent some time as well down at the truck shop last week, a couple days. Did a little Toyota media session, and then going back next week for the Fox media shoot. So starting to get back in the swing of things. Looks like we're going to run the late model next week at Volusia for that Sunshine Swing races. Hopefully, as long as we get the motor back in time. But yeah, we're had a good holiday. Good December of kind of relaxing and starting to get back into the swing now.
Okay, so I know there's been a lot of activity with your team this year. Of course, it was announced that Todd Bodine is going to be with you guys for his 6 races as he gets to the 800 starts. What was that like to have that conversation, to have Todd run for you guys?
It was pretty cool. It started way back on my way to Super Dirt Week. I was driving the hauler and had a phone call from Todd, and we got chatting, and he said, he's trying to put this deal together to get to 800 starts, and that, Camping World was supporting behind it if, we could work on something. So it took a couple months to kind of hash out the details. But with our team, being on the growth, we had some good success at the and a lot of speed at the end of 2021. So it's good. It's good for our team. We welcome Todd and Camping World with open arms, and we'll be able to prepare him some real fast TRD Tundra Pros for 22. So it should be exciting.
So really looking at that, I know that also we were talking a little bit before I started recording. Jessica's going to be running some races as well for the team. Is that true?
Yeah, it's not 100%, but we're looking at doing running Jess at Bristol and Knoxville again. She had a lot of support, between her sponsor Corpac, as well as Halmar, making the whole deal work. So, hopefully, we can bring a couple faster trucks. We kind of rested on our laurels on the dirt from what we did at Eldora, and it just didn't really apply to, the way the tracks played out at Bristol and Knoxville, getting rubber down and being more like a pavement track. So a lot of work has happened on both our dirt trucks already in the off season. Just updating and kind of getting them back to some hot rods and where we feel they need to be. So the guys got those knocked out and got those behind us, and they're sitting there ready to get assembled and ready to go for the dirt again.
Do you know for all my journalist friends out there, do you know what the number will be on that second truck for you guys?
Yeah, it'll be number 62, kind of following suit with what we did last year with Jess. Todd will start with the 62, and hopefully between him and Jess, and maybe even if we have anybody else drive it throughout the year, we can kind of build up those owner points and kind of guarantee a starting spot or have a little bit more of an advantage, if qualifying or whatever does get rain out, so we don't run into a situation like Bristol last year without having those points where Jess had to load up and go home because of that.
Yeah, for sure. You don't want to get into that.
Not with what Todd's trying to do with the 800 starts. I'm sure he'll be fast enough to qualify on his own, but if we have a weather situation, we want to make sure there's some owner points behind that deal.
Pocono is always filled with weather situations. So
exactly.
Have you thought about expanding to a 2-truck team with the second truck, maybe full time, like sometime down the road?
We've kind of had some talks between myself and Tripp and Chris about that, and it would be just kind of a deal where it would elevate the whole team, as far as a performance aspect. With Todd coming in, he'll be able to give us some good feedback. And like I said, where we were at performance wise at the end of the year, I think, it'll be okay and we're ready to do it. At the beginning of last year, I would have said no way. We didn't even have one good fast truck. So it's neat. Our facility down in Statesville can definitely handle it. Our guys are top notch. All our teammates down there are awesome. We got some great fabricators. Our pit guys and our road crew are second to none. We made a couple more changes throughout the off season, just trying to, get some life into the team and just keep fine tuning as we go. So I believe team morale is high right now. I've got a lot of good guys, like I said, and looking forward to getting going, and as well as starting that second deal with Todd. Second or third week of the year.
Yeah, for sure. When you look at where your team's at this year, what are you looking at this year? What's it gonna be like this year in 2022 for the 52 team?
Well, the goal is certainly to try and win a couple races, and be in that championship four at the end. That, and I would have said the same thing. This time last year, it started out a little rocky.
Yeah.
And then mid-season we switched things up, moved Jonathan over to the crew chief position. Let Tripp just kind of focus on the management of the team, and it kind of livened it up and freshened it up, and we started getting those results, and just barely missed that championship four. So going into 22, that's definitely our goals again: win some races, be in that championship four.
Talk about when you also got a chance to test the next gen dirt car. What was that like?
It was a really cool experience. Got to work with the guys at NASCAR and a bunch of engineers and crew chiefs from all the other teams that participated that day at that test. So that was really cool. It was definitely a handful. You're still trying to take a purpose-built pavement car and make it run halfway decent on dirt. So made a lot of changes as the day progressed, and by the end of the day I think we had something that will race fairly well. Goodyear's brought 100% better tire than what we raced on last year. Hopefully some of that filters into the truck as well, because it's a pretty bad to the bone dirt tire that they built. And then with the race at Bristol being at night as well, I really think it'll help just keep the dust down. You don't have that sun and glare problem that the drivers kind of experienced last year, and I think it'll be a really good race.
Are you going to be competing in it?
As of now, no. We don't have plans as far as that everything can change. Maybe something might open up, but as of now, right now.
Oh, okay. We'll obviously keep updated on that. I know there's also a lot of tracks new to the truck series this year. You got Sonoma, Mid-Ohio, going back to IRP. How exciting is that with the truck schedule right now, looking at, and also 8 extended practice weekends?
Yeah, for sure. It's good and bad. The extended weekends, that definitely helps the truck team. I'm glad we have that, be able to get our stuff dialed in. On the flip side of that, it's going to take away from the dirt schedule, pretty big throughout, May and June, the beginning parts of the season. And it's an aggressive schedule. We run, I believe, 8 races in a row. There's almost 2.5 months straight of truck racing, which we haven't done before. The most I think we've ever ran was, I think, 5 weeks in a row since I've been in the series. So having that, and then adding the second team into a handful of those races, having 2 haulers to get to Sonoma and then back to Knoxville the next week is going to be challenging. I know we're up to the challenge, but it's going to be just a lot more logistics and kind of a lot more headache than what we've had to go through in the past. So I'm excited to get to Sonoma. Mid-Ohio IRP is definitely always a place I've wanted to race. It's obviously a really racy short track. Really excited to get back to that one. But yeah, it'll be exciting, and it's going to be a little bit of a grind to start the season.
Practice and qualifying returns. How do you think that will add an element into this season? Because we didn't really have that most of the year.
Yeah, no, I'm excited about qualifying. The practice, the engineering is so good now, and the simulation programs that the guys run are so good. Jonathan, and now we've added Jonathan Stewart, who I worked with as an engineer at GMS back when the 52 and the 21 were battling. Jonathan was Johnny Sauter's engineer under Joe Shears. So we've been fortunate to add him at HFR, and I'm glad to have him. But those guys are top notch, and usually they have that thing pretty well dialed in when we get there. We will make a couple changes here and there. But a lot of times we'll make some changes during practice and then end up going back to that baseline that those guys figure out, in the shop during the week. So, like I said, I'm glad we have practice. It'll help us test some more stuff, but it takes away from the dirt races, which kind of stinks. But then we'll be able to race for some qualifying spots. So it's good. That's what the truck series needs. When we were starting out as a team 2 years ago, I would have gave anything to have 15 minutes of practice or a hot lap just to set splitter heights and see where we're at. So now we got that kind of dialed in without practice, but it'll definitely be good.
So let's talk about the dirt schedule. What's that going to be like this year? How many? What do you got coming up?
So like I said, we're going to try to do the Sunshine Swing here with the Outlaw late models and Volusia next week. If everything comes together, waiting a call from Jack Cornett any minute to say, yep, the motor is good. Come get it and pick it up. We start getting that car back together this week. But then we'll run into the Sunshine Swing, or I believe it's Sunshine Swing with the Outlaws, and then Brett Deo's the Short Track Super Series. I think that's the Sunshine Swing as well, isn't it?
Yeah. Yes.
Or the Sunshine Nationals, and then the Sunshine Swing is the Short Track Super Series modified stuff at Alltech. So we'll do that. That's the second week of February. We'll head into Volusia with the modified after that. And then we have Daytona, obviously, with the truck. Practice that Thursday. We race Friday. That's Valentine's Day, I think. And then after that, we'll hit Cherokee on the way home, with the STSS as well. And then prepare for the rest of the season.
Yep. Yeah, that's it's going to be insane. It's going to be, we are here in January. It's already been a busy day, and now it's going to be more busy for you as you kind of get ready for the 2022 season. But Stewart Friesen, thank you so much for coming on and talking with us, and good luck this year, and let's have you on again sometime.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks for having me, Casey.